Bruk and Baum are sliced with vase mode and with settings similar to these ones. I say similar because I did it some months ago and I don't remember exactly how I did it, so I'll try my best to reverse find how to slice it. So here I'm showing the settings. These are temperature for polypropylene, and the important setting is the line width, which is 0.59, and layer height, which is 0.3, and also base mode. So we have 4 bottom layers and only one wall with the infill zigzag 100% and connected lines with a lot of overlap. It's, I think, 80%. So let's see, this is the first layer, the second, the third, fourth, and then we start with the body, which is base mode. And then here, which is the part where the top goes, is still in base mode. So the line goes like this. Okay, the problem is that it's not enough to make only one G-code, because we would have some problems. So first, I used different flow for this part, which is straight, and this second part, which has a bit of overhang. In fact, I used 0.3 layer height and 120 flow for this. And then I joined this first G-code up to here with a second G-code which goes from here to here, and which has a different layer height of 0.2 and a much higher flow of 150. So also a bigger line width. We have the same line width, but if I increase the flow, obviously the line width is 1.5 times the line width I would have without increasing the flow to 150%. So from here to here. And the top from here to here, it's 74% of 150, I think. But the bottom line is that this has a final line width of 0.5 and a layer height of 0.1. So I joined the 3 G-codes together, and here we see another problem we would have is that in this area, here we have that the nozzle goes up to here, and then it comes back on the same line, and it goes back like this. And we would not have these two lines attached one to the other. So what I did is I used a Python script to change the x coordinate of this line from here to here to have it a bit on the right. So we would have this line, then a line a bit on the right when the nozzle comes back, and then from here finally the third line. So if we have 3 lines instead of 2, we would have them joined together. So let's see the final G-code. So we have the first line here. Then it goes a bit longer because I saw that here we would have some water leaking. Then it comes back a bit shifted on the right, and finally shifted again on the right. It's shifted by half line width, so it's, I think, 0.4 shifted. Okay, so this is the first modification I made, and I used this Python script where you can set the offset of the G-code on the X and on the Y. Here we can also see that for the same problem of water leaking, I increased the flow of some lines around this area to 200%. So for example, from here to here, you can see the line it's a bit bigger because I increased the flow. So from X, so here, and I wrote it in the G-code flow, it's increased to here, and then it goes back to normal. So as you can see, this line is bigger than here. The layer, the shifting on the X, I did not do it only the first layer I showed you, but for I think 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. We had the line, let's see the original G-code. So here we would have this same line. That goes first on the outside, then again on the same outside, and then on the inside. So we would have this line very far from this one. And the change I made was that now we have the first line on the outside, the second is in the middle here, and the third is in the inside. So we have them joined together. This way we don't have the water leakage from this area. Then the rest of the G-code is unchanged, except here I attached the third part, which you can see has a lower flow and a resulting line width of 0.5 and a layer height of 0.1 instead of 0.2 here and 0.3 here. To make Baum, I used the same G-code from here to the top from Bruk, but I just changed the G-code from here to the bottom. So this is Baum, but as you can see, the G-code here is the same I used for Bruk.